FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Let's talk a little bit about the Patriot Act. Shall we talk a little bit about it? I have some first-hand knowledge of it. I have just finished in a trial for a young man in Portland, Oregon, named Brandon Mayfield. Any of you heard about that case? Let me see your hands, if any of you have. He was charged with having had something to do with the blowing up of the train in Spain and killing 200 people. They said the FBI found his fingerprint on the detonating, on a package, a blue plastic package that contained the detonator for the bomb. They found his fingerprint there. Well, we know that the FBI doesn't make mistakes on fingerprints, don't we? We know that if we were jurors and we were called upon to try Mr. Mayfield, and we found out that he was a Kansas farm boy, but that he had married an Egyptian, and in the process of marrying and living with his new wife, he took on the Muslim religion. That would add, would it not, to our belief that he was guilty? And then the FBI said that he defended a terrorist. He's a lawyer, a young lawyer. His office, I swear, isn't any bigger than this little area right here. That he defended a terrorist, and he did defend this terrorist, not in any kind of defense, but in attempting to get his children on behalf of a child custody matter. And that there was no evidence that he left the country, but obviously he had to leave the country because his fingerprint was in Spain. Therefore, we know that he must have false papers, because there was no evidence that he got a new passport or ever left the country. And we know that he went to the mosque all the time because we followed him there. Now, you're jurors. This case carries the death penalty. What's your answer, my folks? Gotta kill him. Have to kill him. Have to kill him because the FBI is infallible. The FBI and the Pope, both. So, if it hadn't been for the Spanish National Police, he would be dead now. The Spanish National Police said, no, FBI, this is not Mr. Mayfield's fingerprint. This does not match. And the FBI said, how dare you? We are infallible. In effect, this is what they said. We are sending over a team to convince you poor jerks in Spain that you don't know how to read a fingerprint. And they did send a team over there. And when the team left, the FBI began to recognize that it had made a mistake. And they let Mr. Mayfield out of prison. Now, I'm going to tell you something about that case that I haven't said to anybody else. You're the first to hear this. But in filing that case, when the FBI came to arrest Mr. Mayfield, at the point where the arrest was made, there was a representative from Newsweek, from Washington office, already there. The press was there in force. How did they know that he was going to be arrested? And there is a law that says that federal officers can't leak that information to anybody. You're listening to the Libby case now, right? So somebody leaked it to Newsweek, somebody leaked it to the press, and we were on the brink of finding out who that was when the United States offered my client $2 million as damages. He's a poor man, needed the money to put his children through school, and he took it. But part of the settlement was that the United States government would apologize. First time in the history of America that anybody has able to get the United States government to apologize for being wrong. And the judge is permitting us to proceed in our charge against the government that the Patriot Act is unconstitutional.